Hi, welcome to But She's Your Mother. If you have questions or you just want to say hi, maybe tell me where you're from, I would love to know. I'm popping on a couple of minutes early here to give people a chance to get on. Oh, okay. Welcome to But She's Your Mother. Oh, I see some people popping in. Say hi so I know who you are. Maybe say where you're from. We're talking about all things related to narcissistic abuse, estrangements, estranged parents. I've been featuring a lot of them lately on my channel, kind of doing a breakdown and exposing the patterns that they all have. Hi, Sophie. Nice to see you. I'm in Italy, so we're in the same time zone. Oh, God. I just had to remove someone. That's so unfortunate, but you know, it happens. He was referencing something not great. I might have just deleted the comment. Oh, hi Aurelius. I am so bad at pronunciation and stuff. Outside of Philly. I love Philly, actually. Did I do the trade show there? No, I went and visited a trade show. I was going to do one, but I didn't end up doing it. But I love Philly. It's freezing here. Sophie, it's like not what I bargained for, and everybody's saying that it's unusually cold, and this is what we hear these days. I'm in Rapallo, so I'm on the Riviera, and then I'm moving on to Tuscany, which is also going to be cold. Darjaden, hi in Michigan. I don't know if you know this, I'm Canadian, so we're neighbors. Greetings from Germany. Hi Esther, haven't been yet, but it's on my list. I have lots of friends there, actually, which is part of the reason it's on my list as well. I want to just start off by saying thank you all for being such a great support system for me. I know that we are for each other, and I really appreciate you. And anything that you want to talk about, bring into the room. I'll be on here for about an hour, I guess. So we have some time. Found you while watching content on Diane the Narc Mom. I'm going to cover her. She's on my list. I've started saving things. She's a lot. Hi, Not Chicken Lady. Welcome. Yeah, it's starting. It's kind of crazy what's happening in the world of what I've been doing more recently, covering, like I've been very focused on it. You probably noticed from my content. Focusing on covering the different estranged parents who are creating content. I think it's going to turn into kind of a research study, because I'm noticing there's two different groups that are starting to materialize. There's the main group of the diehards who are always going to be estranged. And then there's the group that's pulling away and also being kicked out of those groups because they're saying, well, maybe we do have accountability. And that main group cannot handle the thought that their children aren't the whole reason, or their adult sons and daughters aren't the whole reason that they're estranged. And it's kind of crazy to watch it unfold. So, hi, Samantha, welcome. Where are you from? If you want to say, you don't have to. I just kind of like to know where people are. It helps me too in terms of figuring out what time to do the lives. It's really like, it's impossible to accommodate it. We can't make everyone happy. However, I want to be able to connect to as many of you as possible. I'll tend to do them on Sundays, just so you know, and I'll shift around the times a bit. It's definitely helpful to know, to kind of get a consensus. So what does everybody want to talk about? Hi, Jania. Jania. I'm always murdering your name, I feel like. Jania. Dana. See, you know, you remember, right? That Jana, got it. Okay. Committing to memory. Oh, it must be really early there in Tucson. Near minded. Hi there in New York. I lived in New York as a kid. I love New York so much. I lived in the city. Truthmonger. Yay, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you caught me. Maurelius Wolf. The reason I said offspring and birth givers is because I am non-binary and so is my sibling. Well, birth givers would be them, the mothers, right? So offspring would be us. Okay. Yep, I'm going to add that in for sure. I want to be inclusive as much as I can. So thank you for that. That's really helpful for me. It's amazing how their community all say the same thing. The more of a spotlight on their weaknesses, the better. I'm in Kentucky. I haven't been there. Yeah. and I think watching the patterns of the way that they speak, the way that they view relationships, one, it's very validating, and also it's very telling. And what I want us to kind of do as well is, it's different. We're watching this as an adult now. I want us to start to remember what that was like. Not everyone, you don't have to, but my suggestion is, as a kind of healing thing, start picturing yourself as a young person, a small person, a child, living that reality. And, I just think it helps in the healing process to double down on knowing that it is because of who they are, and any children they had were going to be treated according to who they are, not because of who we were. And that's a really important part of the healing process. Sincerely yours, AK74. Oh, I'd love to connect. Okay, so here's the deal, sincerely yours. You're on notice that you're going to be kicked out of this live if you don't behave yourself. And then you're going to be blocked, because we will not be connecting in this world or any other. Especially not with the way that you just spoke to me. Samantha Green, Washington State, another place there's lots of places I haven't been. Welcome, Samantha. Hi, Juju Radna. Hello, I am very, very... Okay, Lorenzo, I have no idea what you're talking about. 10 a.m. in Tucson. Oh, okay, so not so bad. All right, that's good to know. I really admire how you are able to enforce boundaries with people who didn't treat you well. I am having problems to set boundaries because I'm easily guilt tripped. So, you know how it got easier for me? Because I can't see. Listen, I fawn, I freeze, I still have CPTSD. It's not going anywhere. I work with it. I remind myself that I'm not willing to betray or abandon myself. I make it about me, not about the other person or what they're doing. And that helps me to buy the time that I need and the focus and the reality to be able to hold the boundaries. Even if I don't set it out loud for them, I know what the boundary is and I can enforce it for myself. So for example, I used to have somebody who would bring up topics and try to be controversial, and I think try to trigger me and things like that. And I had told them at one point, listen, when you do that, I'm just not going to interact with you. So I let them know that. I didn't tell them not to do it. I told them what I would do in the face of it. And when they do that, I don't have so much, I'm traveling now, so I don't see them. But when they do that, I just walk away, or I might leave completely. I'm looking at my bangs here. They're driving me crazy because I don't know what to do with them. So anyway, all that to be said, set the boundary for yourself, and that way you have more power over it. I love that you guys say hi to each other. Some of the estranged parents are difficult to watch. Sometimes I have to take a step back. So yesterday I made a video, and I'm in the midst of editing it now. I made several videos, and I was so triggered by this person that I was in freeze. Like, I was trembling on the inside. So they get to me. That's the first one that's really gotten into me in a place where I'm like, oh my gosh, I am trembling on the inside, which is my body telling me that this person is really dangerous for me. So it was kind of an interesting thing. It took me a little while to ground, but I'm fine. I'm good. I provide my own safety, right? I'm always just getting off work when you're live. Why? I'm glad that you made it here. Honey Pepper, I just started. So it's actually good timing. I just started at 12 o'clock Eastern time. I'm in Italy at 6 o'clock here. By the way, call me Phoenix should make it easier. I will try to remember that really, Phoenix. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it. He's out. Where did he go? Oh, I can put them in a timeout. That's kind of fun. 24 hours. I just feel like that was a fun option to have. I know who they are. I mean, I don't know who they are, but I'm going to block them from the channel. I've had enough. So done, chicken lady, not chicken lady. I'm going to watch how I'm crossing the street. Oh, Honey Pepper, please be careful. Sophie said to Esther, in case Esther, you didn't see it, I struggled a lot with guilt too. I feel like if somebody cares about you, they shouldn't want you to feel guilty. I see it as a weapon. That's a really good way to look at it. And also it's true, right? So I'm glad that you made that comment, Sophie. And I love that we share tips. So I will read those out loud, regardless of who they're addressed to. What is the difference exactly between CPTSD and PTSD? Well, in the amount of time that we have, I'll just kind of give you a little bit of an overview of how the two things are different and how much easier it is actually to heal from PTSD as opposed to complex PTSD. PTSD is caused by isolated events, not long-term exposure to something traumatic. And typically it is something traumatic that happens to the person. That doesn't mean you won't get PTSD from witnessing something that happens to somebody else. However, chances are it's not going to become PTSD where you're triggered by something that reminds your body of that or your mind of that somewhere down the road. Complex PTSD is born of being exposed to consistent traumatic events. And so a lot of survivors of parents who were narcissistic, and that doesn't mean that they had MPD, that means that they were abusive in some manner, if not in all manners. And it also means that the exposure was long-term and it took place many, many, many times and that sort of thing. They get complex PTSD where their nervous system is destabilized. Their body is building memories that are going to be attached to triggers, which means that we're going to end up with things like, or more vulnerable to triggers, which also translates into ending up with things like anxiety, depression, abandonment issues, attachment issues, trust issues. And in the older school days, CPTSD was thought to be more of a borderline personality disorder. And as we've honed down on identifying certain things that don't exist for people with CPTSD that do with borderline personality disorder, we've been able to figure out that there's something else that's PTSD, CPTSD before we get to BPD. Fun fact, and I'm allowed to share this, my eldest daughter, who has had a lifelong illness that she was diagnosed as having when she was 6 years old, she's 42 now. She spent a lot of time vulnerable in the medical system, going through a lot of treatments and traumatic episodes of things that were happening because of those treatments. And she has complex PTSD because what she went through mimics child abuse. So not everybody who has complex PTSD gets it from one particular type of trauma that's ongoing or situation. You're very welcome, Esther. Thank you for being here. Those bangs always look great, but I know it's annoying when they get in your eyes. It's also because I haven't figured out what I'm doing with them yet. And I've been cutting them, and that's the bigger part of it. So I am going to go and get them done. I'm just terrified to let someone, you know, do my hair. Parker's mom is the one that really triggers me. I don't know if I know which one Parker's mom is. Can you give me a little bit more? I'm also writing that down. Who that is? Because I'm not sure. Parker's mom. Yeah. Hello, All-Father Ogre. Yes, we simply have to listen to our bodies. It sounds simple, but I trained to ignore all my intuition. 100%. And you know what the other thing is that we're also trained to gaslight ourselves. We're trained to apologize for other people's behavior, justify their behavior when they're not doing what they should be doing, which is owning their own behavior. And so even when we do listen to our bodies, then we start thinking about all the ways we shouldn't be listening to our bodies. And that's another place that we go sideways. Your body is not going to lie to you. It just isn't, because your body has memories your brain can't hold to talk yourself out of. I've been guilt tripped to join toxic family for Thanksgiving, but I spend all my holidays doing what me and my husband want now, and it's lovely. Samantha Green, I love that for you. Yes, it's all power you have. Me too about Thanksgiving, but still not going. And here's the thing with the holidays, they love to ruin events. So it's like, not only are you connecting to people that you don't even necessarily want to be around, they're going to be next level if they're people you don't want to be around. They love to ruin things, to just be the center of attention. It's just maddening. Thankfully, I live far enough away that I don't get invited. I'd rather be alone on holiday than in toxic soup. I'm laughing because I'd rather just eat soup. Chicken soup? I was triggered last month and spent 5 hours continuously crying. I'm still not sure what the trigger was. And sometimes we don't figure it out. And, you know, it could be. So one of the things that I do is I pay attention to the dates on the calendar. When I'm starting to feel some kind of way, especially if I haven't had any interaction with someone, I pay attention to the dates on the calendar if I start feeling like melancholy or something like that, because the calendar tells a story and our body is like a calendar, and that's helped me in the past. And some things I'll never know what they're attached to. And the only thing that I can do, which I'm grateful I can, is provide myself and little Marnie with love and safety. I talk to her a lot. I really like her, which is nice because I never used to. I thought she was the bad one, right? My narcissistic mother's flying monkeys harassed me to visit her at the nursing home. Do you want some advice? I don't like giving unsolicited. Oh, I have lipstick. Let me know before I do it. Somebody else will. Well, I know now I have the complex version. Yeah, most of us do. You know, the thing is, at least with complex PTSD, it is something that we can work with. It's something that we can heal a lot. And as time goes on, if we're working on those things, we are less triggered over time, and even for shorter periods of time. And I mean, for me, it really takes a lot to get into a place where anything lasts any sort of period of time. I think I talked about it last time on the live, like if a loud noise comes, definitely, I'm startled easily, I can come down a little quicker now. And I also, those triggers, I know in a general way where they come from because I was terrorized as a child. But those, when I have a trigger, for me, it's a recognition that little Marnie needs some love and care, and that it's just something that maybe I haven't worked on yet if I can attach it to something more specific. Parker's story, since that video is heartbreaking. Parker's story. Okay, got it. All right, I'm going to check that out. Thank you. Video was 2008. Major TW on this. I believe it's his dad that posted all of this to YouTube. Okay. Are you talking about Parker's story? Generative principle. I just get a little drunk to manage the 3 hours I have to spend. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you, I promise. With horrible people during Christmas. You know, I mean, I have clients who are no contact with their parents, and they still go to family events, and they were on a cruise with their huge extended family, siblings, all the people. And they said to me before they were going, oh, I'll be fine. I just bought the big drink. I upgraded to the drink package. That's all right. You know, as long as we don't fall down the rabbit hole, right? Yes, not even just Parker, but his siblings and father had suffered. So, okay. I'll be looking that up for sure. Husband was wonderful. Even though he had plans, he stayed with me the whole 5 hours. I love that you have that support. Okay, please, yes, I'd like advice about visiting my narcissistic mother at the nursing home. First of all, that's your decision. So, you know, you do what is good for you, 100%. Where I want to give you a little bit of advice with the people who are saying you should visit, ask them why. Ask them, why don't they go visit? Oh, your mom really wants to see you. How do you know that? Do you speak for my, well, she told me. Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad. So answer it. You know what I mean? Like, put them in their place that they're not going to bend you in any direction, and asking questions. Why is it important to you that I visit my mother who was never there for me, or whatever it is you want to say? Like, if somebody said to me, you should go visit your mother in a nursing home, like now, I'd say, well, why would I visit somebody who tried to destroy my childhood, and why is that important to you? Or why is it your business? When you throw it back on them, they tend to do it less, and maybe not at all. What's up from Arizona? How's your morning going, gorgeous honey? Hi, Levi Draper. It's actually 6:20 p.m. in Italy right now, and thank you so much, and it's going amazing. Other than it's cold. I don't like the cold weather. However, it's not snowing, so I'll take it. It's difficult when the abuser gets old, maybe ill, and family members like my mom, who I love in brackets, want us, me in this case, to be friendly to people who abused us, all because now they are too old. Ooh, that's a common one. Anytime somebody's trying to pressurize you to keep the peace with someone who violated you, and I'm going to say it, shame on your mom for doing that. She should have your back, obviously. Ask them, why do I need to be friendly to someone who victimized me? I kind of would like you to explain that to me. I need you to explain that and make it make sense. And if you make it sense, I'll entertain it. Always asking questions back to take that pressure off yourself. Or you could just tell them, you know, here, I don't have the other cup. I have the talk to the mug one. Hi, Catherine. I don't want to give you all the finger. It's at the bottom of the cup. What is this about Jesus? Connie, I'm not sure what you mean. Hi, Mama Black Sheep. Or is this about relationship advice? Kind of neither, in a way. It's about, most of the people in this group, Connie grew up underneath a narcissistic parent, or parents within a narcissistic family system, more likely than not experienced a lot of emotional violence, if not other types of abuse as well. A lot of us, I've been estranged for over 30 years, are estranged. Some have full relationships, some are low contact, some are no contact. Some of what we're talking about are patterns of behavior. Some of what we're talking about are coping mechanisms, way to navigate other people who insist on interfering, and things like that. So welcome, Connie. You can check out my channel if you're interested in learning more as well. Double tap everyone to give Maria a thumbs up. Did you mean Marie or did you mean me? By the way, and I see a lot of you are in the members portion now. On my videos, if you click the join button, you can see what I have available for extra healing tips and things like that. You can decide if you want to join the members portion of the platform. I do journaling prompts on there, personalized videos, all things related to healing. So it's outside of my regular content. Of course, you staying in the subscription section, you get all of the content I make. I post videos every single day. In the member section, it's focused on healing tips and things like that. A lot of those things I've used myself over the years and I use with my clients in my therapy practice, and they're very effective. For me, low contact was BS. It's just a lower dose of poison. I think a lot of people find that. I think a lot of people find that, why am I trying to navigate a relationship with someone that I have to navigate, that I have to, you know, be mindful of and duck the punches and all the things. Most people who stay in a low contact stay in it because they have other people within the family that they want to stay connected to, and that makes it easier for them to do so. And it's not so much about holding the relationship with that narcissistic parent or abusive parent, emotionally immature parent, whatever we would like to call them today. I mean, it all kind of is interchangeable at this point. I'm 64 years. I realized I dissociated a lot in my childhood to escape the crazy. Apparently I lived in an imaginary world. That's what everybody would say. They noticed it, but nobody noticed why. Isn't that amazing? I'm thankful for that world. New York minded, you're very, very welcome. Still much better than Montreal. The weather here is, for sure. Hello, everyone from snowy Poland. Hi, Prestanik. I think I probably told you before, Poland is high on my list, but it's going to have to be when it gets warm. My paternal grandparents are from Krakow. Not Chicken Lady. Is it maybe even worse when they get old? The guilt is worse and their behavior doesn't improve. From what I can tell from, you know, things that I read and clients that I have, and all of that, a lot of them get much, much worse. They have less to lose. You know, they in terms of supply, and they have less supply. So they're more angry that they have less, that they have control over. And they really, a lot of them become very unmanageable. Like, not even, you know, where you can stand being around, like they get kicked out of nursing homes level unmanageable. That says a lot. I am realizing that I stopped asking questions as a child. Then I never resumed asking them questions as an adult. I don't think they are able to make it make sense without lying. And child abuse will never make sense. So that's the other thing. And why people enable and are complicit. Another thing, that there's nothing that somebody can say to me that's ever going to make sense, that's ever going to make that okay. Silence is golden, 313. Hello, Marnie. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Donna Lewis, hi. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. YouTube keeps unsubbing me from people I like. I hate it. I'm not, I would hate that too. Nice outfit. Thank you, Doniv. I look forward to your videos. I've been feeling some grief since I've gone no contact. It's nice to be around people who get it. I wish I knew about dissociation sooner. Listen, I wish I had stuff like this when I went no contact. I think if I had this, you know, from the ages that people have it now, I would have never, ever, I know I would have never exposed my children to anyone in my family system. I'm not living in any sort of regret. It's just I recognize how valuable it is when you recognize that you were the child and they should have done better and not done the things that they did, right? And just a reminder, if you hit the join button, you can get more healing tips and things like that. I'm putting that out there here and there because we've had a few more members of the live come in. I was in and out of contact. I should have just gone and stayed no contact. My mom, stepdad, and half-sister helped my ex-husband abuse me during and after my marriage. I just wanted them to like me. I'm so sorry. Just so you know, most people who go no contact with their family members, with their parents, go in and out of that relationship several times. It takes us a while to recognize that they're not changing and that we are, and that it's not a safe place for us, and that it wasn't because of us. And just to put some context around it, somebody who's in a domestic violence relationship, on average, it takes them 7 times to leave. And I want you to think about that, because when it comes to parents, there's no greater bond or dependency or brainwashing that exists in a relationship than a parent to a child. So if it takes 7 times in a domestic violence relationship, doesn't it make sense it would take at least that many times in a parent to adult son, daughter, adult offspring relationship? My mom definitely got worse with age. She openly uses her age, and I won't be here for much longer. Oh, if only. Sorry, that was me. For everything, even to my teen daughter. Just vile, vile. Promises, promises. Oh. Hi, hon. It's about to be Monday over here. Where are you, and what time is it? My dad is moving closer in a month. I am nervous about it. He never asks me questions. It's all about him. Thank goodness for therapy. Boundaries. And something I want to remind people is that, especially because I am from an era where we didn't have cell phones, and funny how, if somebody died, they died, and you knew about it an hour later, you knew about it on the spot, or you knew about it, when you got home or from the answering machine, and you dealt with life as it came. We didn't have devices to carry around. When people are communicating to you, if you find yourself responding right away before thinking about it because you feel like you need to do that, I want you to take a step back and ask yourself why. And make sure that whatever you're responding to is being true to yourself before you start to feel pressured into responding right away on the spot. Just because we have cell phones doesn't mean we don't have lives, and doesn't mean that we're not allowed to take time and space to be responsive, and to even pick and choose who gets responded to when, kind of thing. I love this comment. Mama Black Sheep said, just in case I want you all to see it. Hi, chat. A bunch of beautiful people here. Absolutely. I fangirl over my kid. They are the coolest gift to ever gift. I feel lucky to get to know them. I wish my parents had felt the same. I'm so with you on that. Yes, my mom and aunt died with my narc ex-husband. Oh, sided, not died. Was that wishful thinking? It's it's very, very common, unfortunately. My grandmother suffers from dementia. She lives in a nursing home and is pissed about it. My mom and I are the only one who visit. My grandmother had a bad childhood, so my mom thinks I should forgive. I had a bad childhood. I think most of us here had a bad childhood. And because of that bad childhood, we determined, many of us, to not put our children through the same pain. Wherever we come from, we don't have a choice. Whatever we do moving forward, we do. And we don't get to hide behind that in order to hurt other people. So, if your mom wants to forgive, cool on her. That's not your circus, not your monkeys. And she really shouldn't be pressuring you to do that. I'm sorry, Esther, that's not okay. It really isn't. Maybe starting to ask her, why is it okay for her to have hurt me, and not and me have to forgive her? Why is that so important to you, kind of thing? Or just ignore her completely when she talks about it. That's a conditioning. That works. Kind of brings it to top of mind. I always say to people, you know, ask questions in the face of that pressure. The other thing you can do is just remain silent and kind of blank stare and let them spin out and not engage at all. That's effective too. Have you heard about the current rapture craze? My narc mom is being terrible with it. I told her I don't agree, and her response is, well, Jesus is coming back and there will be judgment. I haven't heard about the rapture craze, but I've certainly seen, and I've been posting several videos of estranged mothers displaying this about, you know, religious abuse and guilting and you know, telling us that, you know, we're doing this because of Satan, not because of their behaviors and things like that. Weaponizing religion, that's what I was looking for, which I think is so sad, because that's something that people who do it now did it when we were children. I didn't personally have that experience, and it destroys your relationship with faith and community that maybe you would want to have otherwise. So no, I haven't heard of the rapture craze. I'm actually writing that down. So thank you for the idea, and because I'm very curious. Anything to guilt. Well, you know, if Jesus is coming back and there'll be judgment, my response would be, well, maybe you should start to look in the mirror and figure out what you need to do better, and you might want to duck and run. You know, I'm snarky sparky. Can we talk about triangulation and ex-husbands? It's a thing, it's awful, and we're literally erased. So do you mean when your narcissistic parent becomes your ex's best friend and tries to steal your children? Is that what you're talking about? Because that is a thing. That is a thing. And that happens to a lot of narcissistic abuse survivors, because we do the love we know, which means we marry somebody that we make babies with that is just like the abuse that we came from, because that's like a box of green flags for us. That's what love looks like. That's why it's so important to shield your children from that kind of behavior, because you want to make sure your children understand that love is kind. It doesn't involve guilt or manipulation or gaslighting or cruelty or any of the things that are toxicity. And unfortunately, I mean, I see this day in and day out, that it happens day in and day out. And if I can encourage anybody of anything, it would be, you know, to shield your children from family systems so that they can't be weaponized against you. And if you don't have children with the ex and they become your, you know, best friends with your narcissistic parent, you would benefit, one, from being in therapy. You might need to reevaluate whether or not you stay in the relationship with that parent, because once you remove the parent, unless you have children with the narcissistic ex, it's all done and dusted for you. And they used it to take our children from us. Yep, there you go. I hadn't even read that comment yet, and I know I do not have a crystal ball. I'm so sorry. It happens. I cannot tell you how often that happens. It happens a lot, though, a lot. A really good channel to watch is Been There, Gone Out. Been There, Got Out. Been There, Got Out. They have an Instagram, they have a YouTube, they have a website, beentheregotout.com. They specialize in those dynamics, particularly when it comes to custody and divorce and things like that. They have free support groups. I cannot encourage you enough that if you are going through something like that, or if you are thinking of leaving somebody in a domestic violence situation, and yes, emotional abuse is domestic violence, please, please, please go and take a look at that group. There's so much free resource in there. They are wonderful. I think about that a lot, and I needed to hear that thank you. I took my mother's final call before death. She said she should have aborted me. I wish I hadn't wanted her so much. I'm so sorry. I used to fantasize that I would go to my mother's deathbed and that she would love me. I got over that fantasy. And that fantasy gave way to reality and feeling and knowing that she would just take a final strike and she will never have access to me again. So she also has to find me, and I'm traveling the world. So there's that. That's awfully, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. About what you say about the cell phone time and space. It's really important. We are conditioned, and a lot of us, our coping mechanism, or one of them, is to fawn and to be good and to be serving and to be liked and to all the things, right? And we abandon ourselves in the process. It's okay. Put the thing down, walk away, think about, what do I need, what do I want, and how do I want to communicate. As a prominent creator who talks openly about estrangement, are you surprised by how the estranged parent online communities seem to mob posts like yours? Not even a little bit. They're scared shitless of me, and I'm good with that. And some of them end up coming to me because that's what I'm here and that's what I'm all about. You know, I want healing. I don't want more division. I want healing where it's possible. And that doesn't necessarily mean healing of relationships. However, if it is possible, yeah, I want to help facilitate that. They really, sometimes they use my videos out of context. They really try to paint me in a way that misrepresents me, and that's okay. It just tells me that I'm shaking them up, and I'm good with that. I should be shaking them up to seek resources, to do better, to stop misinforming people. Like there's that one, and somebody made a great comment on one of her videos the other day. There's the one who has a master's degree in social work, and she worked in the child welfare system as an investigator, which terrifies the bejeebers out of me. And she is actually leveraging that degree to say, you know, family dysfunction, family therapy shouldn't include a therapist who is trauma informed, which is literally the opposite of what should be happening. They spread misinformation that is really damaging, that really will cement estrangements where people are trying to come back into therapy together. It will cement the estrangements. And somebody left a comment saying, you know, it seems to them that she is forewarning her children that if they estrange, it's because they are bad, and that only bad people estrange from their parents. And look at me, how perfect I am, kind of thing. Because she really supports estranged parents, even though she is not one yet. And by the way, prominent creator, am I? Thank you for that. I'm a dad of a 6-year-old special needs child, so sometimes I need to drop everything and might just disappear. My story is wild, though not to your level. Phoenix, we never compare, because whatever our firsthand experience is what it is. You know, if I break one finger and you break two, we still broke fingers and we still experience the pain from that. I say this because I never want any of us to invalidate our own experiences. That's part of our healing, is recognizing that it has weight and it has validity, and regardless of what somebody else has or hasn't gone through. I had the same thing, not chicken lady. Oh, my parents sided with my ex. My mom said I should submit to my man. Ugh, sorry. Even as he essayed me, I am so sorry. We choose if we want better and to do better or not. It's a choice to not change and not try. Just like it's a choice to try and to make changes. Absolutely. Today is my mother's birthday, and I'm so relieved to not have the pressure of trying to please an unpleasable person. I was the only sibling who lived near her, and I was on the hot seat for decades. Oh, I'm happy for you on that one. Oh, never having to buy a card for someone again that I have to search through cards to find one that matches. That will never happen. Yeah, I love that for all of us. So sorry, truth. It's really such a golden opportunity for them to further abuse us. They can't resist. Not to mention how my family centers and elevates men. My narc ex-husband thinks he's Jesus. Should I introduce him to that mom? Hello, that was snarky. Well, it was snarky sparky. No sorries necessary. Okay, I will check out the rapture craze. Thank you for that. Uh, oh, I can't. CPS gave them to him because he has family values. I am so sorry. Definitely, I look up, been there, got out. Like they may even be able to help with the situation. I don't know what it is. If anyone can, it's them. They've actually been a very big part of getting the coercive control laws passed in New York and several other states. I think New York was the first one to recognize that as domestic violence. And I mean, they know how to navigate the system better than anyone I've ever seen, and that's saying a lot. And they have personal lived experience as well, which also makes a big difference in my opinion. Okay, the rapture, weaponizing religion and spiritual abuse. I've had to completely deconstruct my beliefs upon going no contact 2 years ago. I'm so sorry, Mama Black Sheep. I know that must be incredibly tough. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for your work. Hi, Fatima. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. My female birth giver is on her third or fourth last Christmas in a month. Question mark? Okay, I gave her a last phone call and she couldn't even respect my new name. I treated it like I was in a confessional. I have a question. Is there a Discord community? It would be so nice to have community of like-minded people. Can anyone answer that? I don't know what that is. Should I know what that is? I don't know what that is. If anybody else can answer, Fatima, I would appreciate it. And if I'm supposed to moderate that, please let me know. Oh, okay. The group is Been There, Got Out. And they have a website. They have an Instagram. Actually, also, if you go into my podcasts, I interviewed the co-founder. So you can find the website there, Been There, Got Out. And you can hear her backstory. So you might be interested in seeing it. She had 2 children with, I think he might have been diagnosed with MPD. So I'll say narcissistic man just in case I'm wrong. Thank you, Chicken Lady. Not Chicken Lady. Keep missing the not. This may sound awful, but my siblings pretended that I was the problem for decades while they lived far away, and I hope they see the light as my mother ages. I hope they do too. I'm with you. I hope they do too. Listen, my mother's son, golden child, technically my brother, he's got her now. You know, and I only feel sorry for his wife. We'll see how that works out. Thank you, Fatima. You're very welcome. I don't know how to Sawachi one. I probably butchered your name. You're very, very welcome. We should start a Discord. Okay, I'm writing this down because I don't know what it is. Google it. I'm putting Google it. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. So, oh, okay, here we go. Discord is an application so many people nowadays use as a group chatting service. Oh, okay. All right. I will be looking into that. It would be a great thing to have a Discord. It's basically a private chat community. Don't tell the estranged parents. Okay. I'll definitely look into it. Good to know. I'm definitely willing to learn new skills. I've been doing that a lot, especially, I mean, I think now I'm on my 4th live on YouTube, feeling definitely more comfortable. I am feeling more comfortable with it. And also the membership platform part where I put all the healing videos and everything. I'm new at that too, so I'm still navigating how to use that a little bit. For those of you who are interested in journaling and healing tips and more personalized videos and things like that, click the join button and you can see what's available to you. It's on all my videos now, I'm pretty sure. If you need help, I'm a streamer too. I have a different handle for my anti-misogyny channel, but I can help you with Discord. If you go to the, any one of my videos and you wouldn't mind just dropping me an email, I would appreciate that very much. How old am I? I'm 59. I'm going to be 60 in January. It is the craziest thing to me. I don't even know how that happened. I just learned how to use it. It's okay. That's more about discount. If you want to know my channel, I can tell you the handle. Oh, please do. I do snarky anti-miss. Please do. Yes, yes, please share the channel. And also, okay, Ghost Pepper Lollipop. Okay, hold on. I hope I can read my writing later, Pepper. Anytime that you have any healing resources that you like, that you've used, please, you can drop them here in the group. Somebody last week had said, I hope it's not offensive if I do that. We are all about healing. So any resources that you have, therapists, I don't care. If it's helping you, share. Sharing is caring. That's what we're all about here. So if you have anything that you would like to drop in, a book that you're reading, a therapist that you have, a channel that you watch, absolutely drop it in the comment section. Thank you so much. Lady, you are killing it. I can't say your name. I've got to figure out what to, no, I can't figure out what to call you. Sawachi. I'm putting a chi in it because I'm in Italy. Everything's like the C is the chi. January birthday twins. Fatima, what's your date? I'm the 29th. I'm an Aquarius. Okay, Fatima has shared Patrick Tehan, if you guys know about him. I think he was shared in last week's group as well. I'm staying on for about another 10 minutes, my peoples. I love that you're all here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Oh, can I send a... Oh, I think I just sent you a thank you for everyone for joining the live, but we're not done yet. January 3rd, who else is a Capricorn? 27th on Fatima. Oh, somebody else endorsing Patrick Tehan, so good to know. So that's Patrick Tehan for anyone who's writing down who to look for. I definitely appreciate the sharing. I think it helps a lot. I have quite a few estranged parent videos coming up that I'm working through. It's been insane. Sorry, it's a mashup of my middle name and my last name. My name is Samantha. I should change my name. You should use whatever name you want. Capricorn, December 23rd. Jerry Wise. Is Jerry Wise the one who's also an estranged parent? He has really white teeth. I haven't watched his content. He's on my list to kind of take a look at. January 10th, turning 60. Oh, another 60. Another 1966 baby. Capricorns. I love sharing channels. I share yours in my safe space on Twitch. Thank you. You help validate all the parent wounds so well. I really appreciate that. Another question, would you consider collabs with other creators? Absolutely. I definitely would. So you can always email me, not a problem. He's a family therapist, good-hearted. Okay, I'm definitely going to take a look. The name is so familiar to me, Jerry Wise. I'm always excited to have other resources. I also, I haven't been doing much with my podcast lately where I interview other estranged adults, sons, daughters, offspring. And that's one of the other ways that I collaborate as well. Mickey Atkins is a great therapist creator. So that's Mickey Atkins, everyone. Love that. Love all these resources popping around. It's also good. Kim Sage, I know. I like their comment. I like her content as well. Whoops, oopsie. I think they are also strange. I'm pretty sure Kim Sage is, Dr. Kim Sage. Don't know about the other ones. I lost my best friend, unable to get out of trauma. I'm sorry for your loss. That's awful. I can feel the warmth from the screen. Thank you. And thanks all of you. I know you meant all of us. I hope you meant all of us. Don't know how many of you are more in my age bracket, 37. But there's a much younger creator on here called Maxi Minnow, and I learned a lot about some of the other narcs out there. Maxi Minnow. Okay, I'm gonna definitely Minnow. Okay, Jerry Wise has a second. Apparently he's super sweet. Does that also mean he's cute? I don't want to objectify him. It's just the way you said it. Jerry is, or no, it's the way I interpreted it. Jerry is great. He is estranged from his parents. Okay, I'm definitely got him in my brain from TikTok, I think. There's a woman, Evita. I think her name is very good, Evita. Okay. I like Crappy Childhood Fairy. Oh, that's a great name. Evita PK, that's who you're talking about. Fatima is 29, Esther is 43, Not Chicken Lady is 51. Doesn't this also show like how many of us there are who live in this world from you know, growing up underneath narcissistic abuse and all of our age ranges, because they like to say, you know, we're estranged because of the internet. We're talking about this because the younger generation, they like to blame everything on a trend and all of that. And look at, you know, look at the age span that we have here from just who has shared. Jetra Hull, I hope that you're able to seek some resources. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. Aw, thank you, Mega Selfie. Did you see my triangle video where the guy told me I look like a triangle? Manifesting a podcast with all of my favorite creators together. Love that, Fatima. Love, love, love. So many of us in this band, that is not in fashion even, LOL. That's so true. So does anybody have anything that you want me to wrap up with? We've got about a minute left. And then this is not a grieving life. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks, AB. Yeah. I want to provide support, but that's not really so much in my wheelhouse. It is a grieving in terms of we grieve the living, but that's not the same thing. I saw that video. The guy was trying so hard to be creative and failing, and probably using AI, you know. I got it, and he might be in here now, because this was from a live, either the last one or the one that I did before, because they referenced the live in the note that they sent me. I'm still trying to remember where I received that at. Anyway, it's irrelevant, but it was kind of crazy. I mean, literally, the things that I've been through, the fact that that person thinks that their words would hold any power just blows my mind. My therapist monthly pointed out how much more trauma will keep emerging from my past as my daughter keeps getting older. And wow, is that true? Repressed memories of abuse from both birth givers. Our children do that to us and for us. And I can tell you that having my children was another layer of continual healing and realization and even memories for me. It was really, really incredible. The other thing that happens is the further away we are from the people who harm us, the more safe our body realizes it is, the more regulated our nervous system becomes, the more our mind and our memories open up, and the more we process. So that's another portion of it as well. Blaming the internet for estrangement is BS. I've gone NC like 7 times, the first being 30 years ago. As they say in Italian, esatto. It's one of the few words I know. Okay, Samantha. I know it's not about narc parents, but where did you get your glasses? And also, thank you so much. You're amazing. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you being here, Samantha. These, these were from a little like a Walmart-ish kind of, this is not going to help you, Walmart-ish kind of store in Tenerife, Spain. And whenever I see clear glasses, like I've got these ones as well, I always grab them because I, in spite of that guy thinking or person thinking I have a triangle head, I actually have a small face, so it's really hard for me to find glasses that don't make me look like a bug. So thanks on the compliment. All right, I'm going to be grieving, yes, not debate eternal life, heaven and hell. Yeah, absolutely. I'm getting ready to log off here, guys. I'm going to close out these last few comments. My guy, if you are here, you failed. Your wit did not wit. I don't know, try a thesaurus. LOL. Seriously. Thank you again for everything. I hope you are healing, happier, and healthier. Same to all of you. That is so real. I am processing so much with my kiddo. Like the live. You're welcome, Samantha. Thank you for being here. We're just getting ready to close out. Are you still in Italy? Yes, I'm near Portofino right now, and I'm going to be moving to Tuscany next week. I'm very excited. It's a dress. I'm not standing, but it's cool. I look at the sleeves. I got it here at a place called Code in Rapallo. All right, guys, I'm sorry, Rachel, I'm sorry you missed it, but I'll be back. I'm gonna put it in the schedule. I'm just figuring it out because I'm moving to Tuscany next week, so I have to figure out what that's gonna look like and get my setup together. Thank you all for being here again. It's different, but it'll be on Sundays, not every Sunday, but look for the announcements. I do announcement videos, and I'm going to try to get ahead a little bit more so that I can give people more notice. I appreciate you all for being here. If you want more healing tips, journal prompts, things like that, look on my videos, click the join button, and you can see what's available there. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much. Bye.